Hey, Christy Jedigoddess here, working with Titan Comics, and I'm interviewing the incredible Matthew Rosenberg, who is a comic book writer, and we're talking about his newest book, We're Taking Everyone Down with Us. So, Matthew, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes. All right, so go ahead, tell us about your book. Tell us what we need to know.
So, yeah, We're Taking Everyone Down with Us is a new book from me and Stefano Landini, who is my co-creator on the book and the artist on the book, and it's from Image Comics. It's sort of set in a 1970s-ish James Bond world sexy super spies and power-hungry villains. But our story is actually about Annalise, who is the 13-year-old daughter of the world's greatest mad scientist. She lives with her father in seclusion on a remote island and in secrecy and hiding. And one day they are discovered, and she is forced to go on the run with her. Her father is a mad scientist, so he makes an army of robotic helpers, and the one is sworn to protect her, and she must go on the run with it. And it's sort of her and this robot on this adventure trying to figure out if she's going to follow in her father's footsteps and follow his path and become a villain and try and get revenge on the people who ruined her life, or if she's going to try and live a normal life for the first time and try and be a kid and embrace that. And so, yeah, that's the gist of it pretty much.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm in. I'm sold. Let's go. Female protagonist. Let's go. I'm in. And then I love this kind of like Jane Bond kind of moment. You're having a little bit of espionage and revenge.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's yeah, I mean I love James Bond and I grew up on all those movies and books and stuff, but I wanted to do a sort of different different take about what not just the heroes and the villains, but like their families and what's it like to be a Bond villain family member. And so that was sort of a lot of the inspiration there.
Nice. So that was what initially created the spark for the story. Just wanting to tell that.
Yeah, I mean it actually started. Stefano and we'd worked together on The Punisher and a few other things. We'd done a little bit of Star Wars stuff together, and he was like, well, we should do something together of our own. And I said I would love to do that. And he sent me this drawing of a robot and was like, I want to do a spy story with this robot. And I loved it, and I was very into it, but I was also like, I don't know what a spy story with a robot is. Like, I couldn't figure it out. And so I went and added all my normal emotional baggage of parent and child relationships and coming of age stories and all that stuff, and it sort of spun out from there. So the original idea was this robotic spy story, and then Annalise sort of came to it later, and it became about her and the robot. It's a really complicated mix because she's incredibly smart and incredibly capable, but also is a child, and so she likes childish things. She likes to play games. She's very innocent about a lot of things. And then there's the added level of the fact that her father is this very strange man who's raised her in seclusion, and so she's very tough and capable and doesn't really understand that she's tough and capable and hasn't had the chance to prove that and hasn't needed to prove that. And so she's this sort of perfect middle ground between all these things that creates for the story a world of possibility of what can she do, what will she do. It sort of makes her unpredictable in a fun way.
Yeah, and I feel foreshadowing a little bit there, and I love it.